Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Shore Park Complex. Please pay attention now as we share these guidelines for the use of this facility. Absolutely no food, beverage, or gum is allowed in the main auditorium. All eating and drinking must be done in the concession and the designated areas. No flash photography or unauthorized taping is permitted. Please turn down your cell phones. Bathrooms are located on the concession floor and can be identified by the signage. In the event of an emergency, please take a moment now to locate the exit nearest to you. Note the following. Remain calm and move to the exits as instructed. All exits are clearly marked with green signs. Emergency exits are located at the extreme left and right in the main auditorium. The regular exits are behind you. The emergency muster point is located in the eastern car park. Thank you for choosing the Shore Park Complex and do enjoy this evening's program.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, which will be played by Mr. Kirsch Ramsey and immediately followed by the opening prayer by Bishop Sheldon Holder.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Good afternoon to each and every one, to all distinguished leaders here in Tobago and the organizers of this most wonderful occasion, Legacy Award Ceremony. This afternoon, as we are gathered, we are here for a very special occasion. And what came to my mind as I would have just entered the room is that I love my people, Tobagonians. As I would have read the program and I saw what was highlighted, good service deserves good reward. And even as the Word of God have documented it also in Luke's Gospel, let me just read it as we pray. The Word of God says, the Lord said, "Who then is that faithful and wise steward, who his Lord shall make ruler over his household to give them their portion of meat in due season? Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he had." And this afternoon, as I would have indeed highlighted, 37 years 38 years, 14 years, 40 years of service indeed is worthy of commendation, and we want to just pronounce God's blessing on the gathering and those that will receive all the rewards this afternoon. Let us pray. Father, we thank you, God, that you do it all things well. And even now, as we have got the opportunity, we have the opportunity that we can give honor to whom honor is due. The men and the women here in this beautiful island that have served, that have labored, that have kept themselves faithful to doing their task. We take this time and we invite your presence in this proceeding. Let it be one that is both memorable and honorable. One that, God, we can look back and say, yes, indeed, we have done well. And so, God, as the proceedings will go forward, we ask that your Holy Spirit, your angels, and Lord, your might be guided here tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Thank you very much, Bishop Holder, for inviting God's presence. The Honorable Farley Chavez Augustine, Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, Honorable Joel Sampson, Member of Parliament for Tobago West, Honorable David Thomas, Member of Parliament for Tobago East, Assemblyman Dr. Faith Brebner, Deputy Chief Secretary and Secretary of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, Assemblyman Kelvin Morris, Minority Leader of the THA, other members of the Tobago House of Assembly, Mr. Carl Murray, Acting Chief Administrator of the THA, administrators of the THA, members of the 2025 Legacy Awards Organizing Committee, awardees, specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the 2025 Legacy Awards. My name is Avian Parks, and it's my pleasure to share this very special occasion with you. This evening is not only special but profound, as we recognize individuals and teams who fall into two categories. One category being those who spent years of their lives building Tobago behind the walls of the Tobago House of Assembly throughout the various divisions. And the second category comprises those who continue to put their shoulders to the plow today, working diligently, ensuring the wheels of the THA are kept oiled and turning in an effort to realize our collective dream of making Tobago the greatest little island on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, to deliver a welcome address is Acting Chief Administrator, Mr. Carl Murray. Please put your hands together as he makes his way to the podium.
Pleasant good evening, everyone. Allow me to recognize the Honorable Farley Chavez Augustine, Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, Mr. Joel Sampson, Member of Parliament for Tobago West, Mr. David Thomas, Member of Parliament for Tobago East, Assemblyman Dr. Faith Brebner, Deputy Chief Secretary and Secretary of the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, Assemblyman Kelvin Morris, Minority Leader, other members of the Tobago House of Assembly, administrators, members of the 2025 Legacy Awards Organizing Committee, awardees, special invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, again, I bid you a warm good evening. We are here this evening at the 2025 Legacy Awards, signaling the culmination of what has been nothing short of exceptional. A public service week that was held from June 23rd to June 27th, 2025. And we had an opportunity during the Public Service Week 2025 to show both the significant contributions that the public service in Tobago, and by extension, the nation of Trinidad and Tobago, the virtue and the value and its importance in nation building and the development of this country. We also took the opportunity to highlight the significant contributions that public officers play in providing necessary government services to members of the communities throughout Tobago. We also had the opportunity to encourage and to continue to stimulate innovativeness and a drive for excellence among public officers in the Tobago House of Assembly. And most importantly this evening, the opportunity to reward and to acknowledge the significant and meritorious contributions of public officers in their dedication and enduring commitment to the development of the Tobago House of Assembly and the public service by extension in the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. And so for Public Service Week 2025, we had the opportunity not only to open the doors of the various divisions of the Tobago House of Assembly and invite the members of the public closer to us, to have an opportunity to see the work that had working officers of the Tobago House of Assembly engaging from day to day to ensure that services are delivered. Not only did we open our doors to invite the very people that we serve to see us at work, but we also extended ourselves to the communities as we adopted communities through various divisions and showed our commitment not only to developing and to ensuring that people receive service, but reaching people on a whole and providing and ensuring that that common good is achieved, which is the heart and soul of the public service and what it does. And so, especially this year, I am thrilled that the theme for Public Service Week 2025, Excellence in Public Service Delivery for Sustainable Futures. I am thrilled because it is an opportunity for us right here at home in the Tobago House of Assembly to recognize that among us are officers who continue to excel through their hard work and dedication to ensure that the lives of every Tobagoan is improved in ways that can contribute to a sustainable future for the people of Tobago. You know, I read somewhere that it was said that excellence is not the result of an action. Excellence starts first with attitude. It is not an output, but it begins with a process. And I can say that I'm proud of every public officer in their strive for excellence has demonstrated time and time again that it's not just about what we do, but how we do it and for whom we do it. That is excellence in itself. I want to stand here this evening to thank every public officer, not only those this evening who are the recipients of the Legacy Awards, but time and time again I have stood and I will continue to thank every public officer for their enduring and faithful commitment to the work that has been assigned. To the many days that an officer is up and at work even if he's not at his best. And this evening, I honor every single officer in the Tobago House of Assembly, every public officer. I honor the work. We see what you do. And it is always sad that sometimes we often do not say thank you. And so I want to honor you this evening. And perhaps in some strange way, allow me to honor the work of our officers with the cliche that does not leave a good taste in the mouths of many public officers. Only in the public service. A cliche that is often used with disdain against every public officer when sometimes we do not receive the service that we think we deserve, when we do not see the results that are expected. I want to use that cliche this evening, only in the public service. Have you ever seen a man, a stockman, walk on the rocks every night during the 1990 coup when no one was allowed to be outdoor, who walked bare feet on the rocks along the seashore for kilometers to ensure that the government's animals were fed, only in the public service? Did you ever see the pension and leave clerk who came across a teacher's name and gave her heart and soul to reconstruct pay records for a man who had retired more than 20 years of the service and believed that the service had forgotten him, to ensure that he got what he deserved, what was due to him, only in the public service? Have you ever seen the mechanic who keeps a 40-year-old piece of equipment running, even if he has to make the parts himself, just to ensure that the work gets done, only in the public service? Have you ever seen of a doctor and a nurse who stood by the side of a patient even beyond their time for shift, just to comfort them, who have gone out of their way on many occasions to hold and to console a father or a mother who has just lost a child, only in the public service? Have you ever seen a teacher who on many occasions have found their way to the homes of parents just to find out what is happening? I am not seeing Johnny today. Who spends countless hours making up classes just so they could succeed, only in the public service? Of a young engineer in the division of works told that he couldn't because the resources and the technology was not enough, but who defied expectations and logic and created a road through Bad Hill in Plymouth, just to ensure that people would safely reach home when the evening comes, only in the public service. And I can tell you countless stories. And that is what legacy is all about. It is said that the evil that men do will often follow them after they die. The good oft interred with their bones. But I want to tell you this evening, Shakespeare was wrong. See, the good that many of you have done will live on after you die. It will live on in the hearts of those that you helped. It will live on in the hearts of their children who experience your goodness. And I believe it will be etched forever in eternity. See, I'm one who believes that what we do as public officers matters. It matters to the lives of people. It transforms people. It makes people believe that they are not alone in this world and someone else is helping them along the way. And so I stand here as a proud second-generation public servant. My father spent all of his life in the public service. And I'm proud this evening that I am in the public service. You see, those of you who are here, who are recipients, and those as well who may be looking on, who may not be here, your passion, your commitment, and your dedication was not the result of overtime, certainly we don't get that anymore. It wasn't the result of a bonus. It was a result of a desire to see people prosper and to make sure that good fills the pocket of every person in Tobago. And so this evening, I say thank you. I say thank you with all my heart to those of you who have labored long and you have labored hard. And you have given of yourselves and you have given more. I also say thank you to your spouses and your families who have lent you to us. Because certainly in many instances and at many times, we have stolen precious family time from you. Because your loved ones have given sometimes more than extra to ensure that the work was done. To the driver who comes home and changes quickly because he needs to go back out again way into the night to ensure that school children coming from Trinidad reach home safely. I say thank you to that wife and to those children. I say thank you to every single family who have lent and have seen the pain that their spouses have gone through to provide service to the Tobago House of Assembly. I say thank you. And so even this evening, as we honor those of you public officers who have shown time and time again your commitment and dedication to our Legacy Service Awards, I say thank you. To those of you former chief administrators who we will honor this evening, to our Legacy Leadership Award for your outstanding commitment to administrative excellence, to leadership, especially in times of crises. Those of you who stood by your staff during COVID-19 pandemic and who gave of your very best to public sector development, I say thank you. I assure you, we will not forget you. Generations to come will not forget you. That is the heart and soul of legacy. And so with these warm words this evening, I stand as your chief public servant, as a servant of your people, of the people of Tobago, to say that the heart and soul of the public service is still alive. And I believe that we are at an important crossroad in the public service, where we have been around long enough, we have learned enough, we have loved enough, lived enough, that with concerted effort we can improve the quality of life of every Tobagonian who rely on us each and every day. On behalf of the Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, on behalf of myself and the entire Tobago House of Assembly, thank you very much. And I assure you that your legacy will live on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Murray, for that very impassioned and heartfelt welcome address. I'd also like to welcome all our online viewers viewing on Facebook at this point in time, as well as our YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome to the stage once again a son of the soil who has been playing the national instrument from the age of 4. We have witnessed his success on the national stage as he has led our Tobago bands, Tiantec New Eastside Dimension, to 2 National Panorama Small Band Championships and Cats and Jammers to 3 National Panorama Medium Band Championships. Help me welcome none other than Ace Arranger, Mr. Kirsch Ramsey. Thank you, Mr. Kirsch Ramsey, for that sterling rendition on the national instrument. Ladies and gentlemen, we now begin the Legacy of Service Award segment as we honor the dedication, leadership, and lasting contributions of our public officers. Firstly, we shall honor those who have served with distinction for 35 years. Assisting us with the presentation of these awards, we have Dr. Faith Brebner and Administrator Dr. Oyunke Kachuwu Okpala. Leading off this segment, I call our first awardee, Mrs. Corinne Smith Rochford. Mr. Garth Edwards. Mr. Kenneth Winchester. Mrs. Lauren Rachman Morrison. Mrs. Margaret Cruikshank Corbin. Mr. Michael Daniel. Miss Nisma Dennis. Mrs. Rona Cobb Andrews. Mr. Trevor Phillips. Mr. Wade Kerr, Mrs. Wendy Ann Rollocks, thank you, Dr. Brebner and Dr. Okpala. We now invite Assemblyman Trevor James and Administrator Melissa James Guy to assist us with the next set of presentations. Leading off this segment, 36 years of service, Mr. Armand Jackson. Kamala Davis collecting for Candy King. Mr. Carlos Thomas. Eunice Williams. Eunice Kwame James. Jasmine Jermaine Alfred Taylor. Jasmine Dillon. Judy Morgan Baptiste. And rounding up the 36 years of service, Wendy Ann Yule Henry. Thank you, Assemblyman Trevor James and Administrator Melissa James Guy for assisting us with the presentations. We now invite Honorable Joel Sampson and Administrator Sherian Edwards-Louis to assist us with the next set of presentations, 37 years of service. First up in this segment, Dawn Titus Benjamin. Eulalie Armstrong. Gerald Joseph. Glenville Benjamin. Luther Vijay. Marva Celestine, Ricky Williams, Roger Joseph, Sherry Ann Rollocks Hackett, Sonia Davidson, and we thank Honorable Joel Sampson and Administrator Sherry Ann Edwards-Louis for assisting us with those presentations. We now move to the segment 38 years of service, 38 to 39 years of service. We invite administrators Deanne Baker Henry and Lincoln Nelson to assist us with these presentations. Candace Braffett Alexander. Marion Phillips collecting for Dexter Charles. Candace Braffett Alexander. Marion Phillips collecting for Dexter Charles. Gerald Francis. Ken Davidson. Dexter Wallace. Inez Devines Joseph. Neil Garcia. Dion Brown collecting for Odette Bedlow. Penelope Holder Samuel. And rounding up the 38 to 39 years of service, Sharon Edwards Alexis. Thank you to administrators Lincoln Nelson and Diane Baker Henry for assisting us with those presentations. We now invite Acting Chief Administrator Mr. Carl Murray and Councillor Petalon Roberts to assist us with the 40 years of service and beyond. First up in this segment, Kerwin Gregg. Presley Price. Vaughan Edwards. Kenorian Smith collecting for Vern Wright. Claire Calendar. And Miss Calendar is actually 41 years of service. Claude Anthony. Mr. Anthony is 43 years of service. This is a love for service, love for country. Also being honored for 43 years of service, Mr. Mark Renwick. And our last 43er, Mr. Suresh Duku, 43 years of service. And 44 years of service, our last awardee in this segment, Mr. Sherlock Waldrop. I was actually a bit confused. I wasn't sure if we had the right person standing at the top of the stairs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what 44 years of service looks like. And we thank Acting Chief Administrator Carl Murray and Councillor Pesalan Roberts for assisting us with the presentations. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it again for all our awardees as we thank them for serving us with such commitment and distinction. And thank you to all our presenters who so graciously assisted us with the presentations. We'll pause for some more entertainment as Mr. Kirsch Ramsey will now be joined by another son of the soil, the talented and versatile saxophonist, Mr. Ricardo Seals. Thank you to our two exceptional musicians, Mr. Kirsch Ramsey and Mr. Ricardo Seals, for providing us with such delightful entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to invite to the podium to bring remarks Chief Secretary, the Honorable Farley Chavez Augustin.
Good evening, everyone. Allow me to acknowledge in our presence Deputy Chief Secretary Dr. Faith Bremner and other members of the Tobago House of Assembly, our members of Parliament for Tobago East and West, Mr. Thomas and Mr. Sampson, Chief Administrator, Mr. Carl Murray, and other administrators of the Tobago House of Assembly, members of the 2025 Legacy Awards Organizing Committee, awardees, special invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is my honor to bring greetings and to express sincerest gratitude to each of you gathered here today as we pause to pay tribute to an exceptional group of individuals, public servants who have dedicated 35 years and more to the service of the people of Tobago. To the awardees, I say congratulations, and more importantly, thank you. You have served with dignity, resilience, and grace. You have walked the long road of service with quiet strength, often without applause, yet always with purpose. Today we acknowledge that journey and the immeasurable contribution you have made to Tobago's development. In a small island like ours, public service is not just a job. It is a lifeline. It is the glue that holds communities together. It is the engine that keeps our institutions moving. And it is very often the heart that beats behind progress. You see, to serve a small island is to carry the weight of very many dreams. It is to answer the knock at every door, to mend what's torn at the seams. It is knowing the names, the faces, and needs behind each file, and walking through storms with steady feet and a gentle smile. It is planting seeds in unseen soil and trusting they will grow, even when no spotlight shines and no trumpet blows. You, our long-serving public servants, have embodied that spirit. You have served in times of plenty and in seasons of scarcity. Through shifting political winds, restructuring, resource limitations, and ever-evolving expectations of the public, you have endured, you have remained, you have anchored. Tobago's proud tradition of public service is not new. We stand on the shoulders of giants. Allow me to spend a moment on one such giant, Mr. Doddridge Allen, a proud Tobagonian who rose to national prominence as one of the most respected permanent secretaries in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Allen was known not just for his brilliance and administrative acumen, but for his unwavering ethics, patriotism, and passion for development. He proved that this little island called Tobago can indeed produce leaders of global standards. He rose to the top of the heap, serving as permanent secretary in 3 crucial ministries, petroleum and mines, finance, planning and development, and then permanent secretary to the Prime Minister and head of the public service. In all these positions, he was central to remaking Trinidad and Tobago in the 1960s and 1970s. Allen was one of the founders of the nationally owned energy sector, which has done so much to shape modern Trinidad and Tobago and our current economy. With little directly relevant training and few blueprints to follow, he led the 1968 negotiations, which led to the purchase of the gas stations belonging to British Petroleum and the subsequent creation of NP, or National Petroleum. Then with the start of the oil boom in 73 to 74, Allen led negotiations for the purchase of Shell Trinidad and the creation of Trintoc to manage Shell's assets. He was at it again in 1985 when he participated in the purchase of Texaco Trinidad, the largest oil producer and refiner in the country at the time. It was entirely fitting that during the commemoration of the centenary of the commercial oil production in Trinidad and Tobago, Allen was recognized as a pioneering hero. He went on to serving as ambassador to the United Nations on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago. So why am I taking the time to reference a deceased Tobagonian public servant? Because like him, each of you can add a verse to the story of public service in Tobago and Trinidad. Whether in education, health, infrastructure, agriculture, administration, or security, your fingerprints are on this island's story, and your impact can outlive the files, the memos, or reports you worked on. A month ago, I took the opportunity to run away from a plenary debate to honor the two longest serving public servants in active duty at the time. Two ladies. One had just arrived at 40 years in service, and the other, who was awarded tonight, will arrive at 40 years in service in August. Interestingly, the first started her career about 1 month before I was born, and the second started her career 1 month thereafter my birth. The point is, many of you in this room have served longer than you perhaps cared to serve. Maybe you had other dreams when you started off in the public service, and you thought to yourself that joining the public service was maybe a means to an end. Maybe it was the start of something and you will segue into another thing. But 35 plus years later, you have found yourself still here. And on behalf of the people of Tobago, we want to say thank you for your years of service. We live in a world where people just don't spend that long in a job anymore, where we get bored quite easily, where we move on from one thing to the next, and then to the next. But your unwavering dedication to service to the people of Tobago for 35 years speaks to your ability to stick to a thing until you see it through. Over the last 35 plus years, you have seen the changing seasons for Tobago. You have seen it all. You've seen most of the Tobago House of Assembly, which will be turning 45 years this year. You have experienced what it was before 1996, when we operated under Act 37 of 1980. You saw the early days of 1996, Act 40 of 1996, when we hurriedly put things in place for the current Tobago House of Assembly that we have had. And hopefully before you close your eyes, you will see Tobago transition yet again to a much more autonomous Tobago. We are grateful to you and particularly to your families. We are grateful for all the long days and late evenings you have spent. We are grateful for the moments when you were unsure about how to do a thing. You spent time mulling over it and figured it out on our behalf. We are grateful that you have worked with politicians past and present and different political organizations. We are grateful that you have worked with administrators past and present. Some you liked and some you just don't care for. We are grateful that your professionalism rose above your own personal feelings in ensuring that we build out a Tobago that we can all be proud of. And even as we look through those who are awarded tonight, we see people like Mr. Duku, who started his career perhaps at the very bottom of the ladder as a daily rated employee for the state, but rose all the way up the ranks to act as administrator. That to me speaks to resilience and one's ability to grow within the public service. And so once again, on behalf of the government of Tobago, on behalf of the people of Tobago, I wish to tell you thank you to those of you who are now retired, to those of you who are counting the days down to retirement. I pray that this begins a new season for you, one where you will equally blossom and continue to grow. For those who will continue to tarry with us for a while longer, I pray that you feel reinvigorated by this simple ceremony, which is meant to say thank you and meant to shine a spotlight on the work that you do, recognizing that in public service, it is often a thankless job. But this evening, we pause to say thank you and God's richest blessings to you. May God bless you.
Thank you, Honorable Fali Augustine, for that very insightful and encouraging address. We ask you to remain on, oh, that was very fast, Chief Sec. We ask you to remain on stage as you'll be joined by Acting Chief Administrator, Mr. Carl Murray, and we shall now honor the distinguished leaders who shaped our public service legacy, our former Chief Administrators. And we'll start from our very first Chief Administrator, and that's none other than Mr. Alan Richards. And Mr. Alan Richards served during the years 1996 to 2008. Reflecting on his distinguished career in public service, he regards his most fulfilling achievements as problem-solving, supporting individuals, and contributing to the creation of policies and procedures that have had a lasting positive impact on the THA and the people of Tobago. Thank you, Mr. Alan Richards. Next, we have Dr. Elton Bob, who served during the years 2008 to 2010. Dr. Bob's career reflects a dedication to strategic planning, organizational development, and the advancement of Tobago's public administration and integrity. Motivating him not by recognition, he was not motivated by recognition, but by the lasting impact of work. Thank you, Dr. Elton Bob. Next, we have Mr. Michael Jerome Keynes Dumas. And Mr. Dumas acted as Chief Administrator 2003 to 2005, 2006 to 2009, and officially 2010, July 2010 to October 2010. Mr. Dumas lived by the values of commitment, honesty, and integrity. He encourages public officers to learn from others and to take full advantage of the many opportunities now available in the public service for professional development. Next, we have Dr. Ellis Boris. Throughout his distinguished career, Dr. Boris played a pivotal role in several transformative initiatives. Notably, he was instrumental in the introduction of the inter-island fast ferry service between Trinidad and Tobago, an achievement that improved connectivity and economic activity between the islands. He also contributed to major road infrastructure projects, including the critical roadway linking Lansfomé and Charlottesville. And he served acting 2005 to 2009 and officially 2010 to 2014. Next, we have Mr. Ray Sandy, serving the years 2014 to 2019. As Mr. Sandy reflects on the future of Tobago, he encourages fellow Tobagonians to strengthen their work ethic, believing it to be a vital key to improving the island's overall quality of life. Our other two administrators are unavoidably absent, and that is Mrs. Bernadette Solomon Karoma and Ms. Ethelyn John. We congratulate them and thank them for their service, and we thank Chief Secretary Farley Augustine and Acting Chief Administrator Mr. Carl Murray for assisting us with the presentations. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to entertain us once more, but this time on his own, a young man who has mastered his musical instruments over the last 16 years, thrilling audiences near and far, and who can undoubtedly be referred to as Tobago's #1 saxophonist. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome back to the stage Mr. Ricardo Seals. Thank you very much, Mr. Ricardo Scales, for your skillful mastery on the saxophone. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue our program with our special recognition awards. As part of Public Service Week, we had staff throughout the THA and other government entities engaged in activities for which they were judged. This evening, we will be awarding in various categories, and we'll show you snippets of what some of the divisions and entities were involved in for Public Service Week.
Public Service Week is a time of reflection, recognition, and renewal. We are actively refining what it means to serve the public. The call to action is clear. If we are to build a more sustainable, responsive, and citizen-centered Tobago, our public service culture must evolve.
My THA for 600.
Development and sport.
At this moment, we have a new team.
Thank you to the Department of Information for capturing those memorable moments. And you saw where persons were able to walk into various divisions during the open house segments, and they could have just experienced life in the THA at any point in time. Our first award is the Service Excellence Award, and this one was judged by mystery shoppers who went out to the various divisions during Public Service Week, and they looked for the best customer service division, or the division displaying the best customer service, and we also awarded the best customer service agent, male and female. I invite Minority Leader Kelvon Morris and Administrator Lincoln Nelson to assist us with the Service Excellence Award for outstanding customer service. Now, I'll have you know that these results are very much a surprise to the participants, so they don't know who actually won, and I hope we have representatives from the various participating divisions and government entities. So, Service Excellence Award, the best division. This goes to none other than the Division of Community Development, Youth Development, and Sports. Can we have a representative from ComDev on stage? I believe I see someone making their way to the stage. Congratulations to Community Development, Youth Development, and Sport for capturing the Service Excellence Award for Public Service Week 2025. And we have Communications Manager, Mr. Rian George. Congratulations, Mr. George. I'm sitting here a little jealous that it's not OCS, but congratulations to ComDev all the same. Best Customer Service Agent Male went to Mr. Donil Jack of the Office of the Chief Secretary. And Mr. Donil Jack is here. And I'm silently screaming for OCS at this point in time. No bias. Congratulations, Mr. Daniel Jack, for capturing Best Customer Service Agent Male. And the award for Best Customer Service Agent Female goes to Amira Lashley of the Division of Community Development, Youth Development, and Sports. And Ms. Lashley's daughter, Dejanette Lashley, will be receiving on her behalf this evening. So congratulations to ComDev for capturing the overall award for service excellence as well as Best Customer Service Agent Female. And do pass on our congratulations to Mommy for us. And we'd like to thank Minority Leader Kelvon Morris and Administrator Lincoln Nelson for assisting us with those presentations. We now move to the Civic Quiz Award, and that was a very interesting activity. We invite Honorable David Thomas and Minority Councillor Petal Daniel Benoit to assist us with these presentations. We shall be awarding from 3rd to 1st place this evening. And for the Civic Quiz competition, in 3rd place, we have Johannan Cornwall representing Office of the Chief Secretary. Yes, Mr. Cornwall is here making his way to the stage. Congratulations, Johannan Cornwall, for placing 3rd in the Civic Quiz. Yes, OCS is in the house this evening. In 2nd place, Mr. Jamal Clark, representing Office of the Chief Secretary. So we have 2 of our winners on screen. To your right, Mr. Johannan Cornwall. To your left, Mr. Jamal Clark. We're not sure who the 3rd person is. Congratulations, Mr. Jamal Clark, representing Office of the Chief Secretary. And that's snippets from the quiz on screen. And in 1st place, our winner for the Civic Quiz, none other than Mr. Keegan Denoon, the 3rd person in the picture, Division of Community Development, Youth Development, and Sports. So after this ceremony, I'll have to have a side conversation with Mr. Clark and Mr. Cornwall to find out why OCS didn't win the Civic Quiz. So we have ComDev taking the 1st prize again. Mr. Denoon will be coming for you next year. Congratulations to Community Development, Youth Development, and Sports, capturing 1st place in the Civic Quiz. Thank you to Honorable David Thomas and Minority Councillor Petal Daniel Benoit for assisting us with the presentations. We now move to the category Adopt a Community, and we invite Assemblyman Wayne Clark and Administrator Shelley Ann Trim to assist us with these presentations. This category was judged in 3 segments, we have community impact, innovation, youth engagement, sustainability, and community collaboration. 5 segments. So capturing the award for community impact, we have the Water and Sewerage Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, WASA. Do we have a representative from WASA this evening? Yes, I see someone making their way to the stage. Congratulations, WASA. So we ensured that Public Service Week did not only include Tobago House of Assembly, but we engage and involve other government ministries or entities, and we have Mr. Keelan Whitlock on stage collecting on behalf of the Water and Sewage Authority of Trinidad and Tobago. Congratulations for capturing the prize for community impact. Capturing the prize for innovation, we have the Office of the Prime Minister, Central Administrative Services, Tobago, OPM CAST. Do we have a representative this evening? Could I ask someone from the Office of the Chief Secretary to collect on behalf of OPM CAST? As they have captured the Innovation Prize this evening, Mrs. Patricia Nicholson Richards will collect on behalf of OPM CAST. Thank you, Mrs. Richards. Our next award for youth engagement, and this one goes to the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities, and Transportation. Do we have a representative? I see someone on their feet. That looks like Mr. Akinlabi Holder. Congratulations to tourism for capturing the Youth Engagement Award in the Public Service Week competitions. Congratulations again, Mr. Holder and the Division of Tourism. Our next segment, this time for sustainability, and this award goes to the Water and Sewerage Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, WASA. I believe Mr. Whitlock will be returning to collect on behalf of WASA. Seems like WASA got the lion's share in this Public Service Week. We will be coming for you next year, Mr. Whitlock. Watch out. Congratulations to WASA again for capturing the Sustainability Award. And our last segment in this Community Service Awards, the Adopter Community Collaboration. And this award goes to the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities, and Transportation. And Mr. Akinlabi Holder shall return to the stage to collect this award. And we have the activity on screen. And tourism adopted the community of Moriah, and they enhanced the Highlands waterfall. So this was the challenge that the divisions had. They had to adopt a community and physically go into that community as part of their CSR. And we'd like to thank Assemblyman Wayne Clark and Administrator Shelley Ann Trim for assisting us with the presentation of awards. So as part of our corporate social responsibility, you saw where staff members actually went into the communities and physically assisted in the improvement or enhancement of some area of that community. We now move into our Innovation Challenge Award, and I'd like to invite Acting Chief Administrator Carl Murray and Administrator Sherry-Ann Edwards-Louis to assist us with this presentation. And we had five participating divisions in the Innovation Challenge. Each of them is going to receive a certificate of participation this evening, and then we shall announce the winner. So we shall call the team leaders of the participating divisions. Our first division, Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development. I call on Mrs. Nadia Frank John, team lead, and the name of their team was Green Light. And I'll ask the other team leads to get ready. Cindy Bernard Dumas, Police Thomas, Stephen Thomas, and Larry Richards. So this is Mrs. Nadia Frank John, team lead of Green Light, representing the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development. Next, we had Community Development, Youth Development and Sport, and their team was called Control Alt Elite, and their team lead, Cindy Bernard Dumas. And teams had the challenge of coming up with an idea to improve some aspect of the public service. So that was their challenge. So these are the participating divisions that submitted ideas as part of the Innovation Challenge. So on stage, Community Development, Youth Development and Sport, and their team, Control Alt Elite. Next, we have the Division of Finance, Trade and the Economy. Their team, THA Service Me, and their team lead, Police Thomas. Sorry, Phyllis Thomas. So on stage, Ms. Phyllis Thomas and their team, THA Service Weave, Division of Finance, Trade and the Economy. Our next participating division, so we actually have Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development again, as they had two teams in the Innovation Challenge. So this one, the team lead, Stephen Thomas, and their team was called Digi Tobago. So there was no restriction on the number of submissions that could have been made by divisions. So infrastructure had 2 submissions for the Innovation Challenge. Digi Tobago. Team lead, Stephen Thomas. And the final participating entity for the Innovation Challenge, the Eco-Industrial Development Company of Tobago, EIDCOT, and the team lead, Larry Richards. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the winner of the Innovation Award, who do you think it is? Is it the Division of Infrastructure, or Community Development, or Finance, Trade and the Economy, or Eco-Industrial Development? Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, capturing the award for the Innovation Challenge, we have Green Light representing Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, team lead Nadia Frank John. So I think this is where our acting chief administrator is going to gladly say he's returning to Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development and saying goodbye to Office of the Chief Secretary, and I got a thumbs up. Congratulations to the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, the Green Light team led by Nadia Frank John. Congratulations to all those who submitted for the Innovation Challenge. I hope even if your idea was not a winner this evening, the idea will be implemented. Thank you very much to Acting Chief Administrator Carl Murray and Administrator Sherry-Ann Edwards-Louis for assisting us with the presentations. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our distribution of awards. Let's hear it again for all our awardees this evening, our long service awards, our leadership awardees, and our special recognition awardees. Thank you so very much for being here and for your participation. I now invite Ms. Annalise Collett to do the expression of thanks.
Tobago House of Assembly, Mr. Joel Sampson, Member of Parliament for Tobago West, Mr. David Thomas, Member of Parliament for Tobago East, Assemblyman Dr. Faith Brebner, Deputy Chief Secretary and Secretary of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, Assemblyman Kelvon Morris, Minority Leader, other members of the Tobago House of Assembly, Mr. Carl Murray, Acting Chief Administrator, administrators, member of the 2025 Legacy Awards Organizing Committee, awardees, specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good night again. It is indeed a great honor and privilege for me to deliver the vote of thanks as we have reached the end of a momentous occasion. 1 Thessalonians 5:18, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God. We begin this evening by first giving thanks to Almighty God, whose grace, mercy, and sustaining power have granted us the blessing of life and the privilege to gather here for this special occasion. What a divinely fitting way to commence this occasion than with a timely, uplifting, and soul-stirring prayer delivered by Bishop Holder. We extend our heartfelt thanks and best wishes to you, Bishop, as you continue your noble service in the work of the Lord. Expression of thanks to our Master of Ceremony for conducting the proceedings with poise and professionalism. Your ability to guide the event seamlessly and maintain its flow in a timely and organized manner is truly commendable. Thank you, Ms. Parks. We extend our sincere appreciation and gratitude to Mr. Kirsch Ramsey for his magnificent and melodious performance, as well as for his commendable efforts in preserving and promoting our national instrument. We extend our heartfelt thank you to Mr. Carl Murray, Acting Chief Administrator, for your words of wisdom and clear, insightful presentation, which added great value to today's proceedings. And I want to reiterate that excellence in the life of a public servant is not what you do, but what you do and whom you do it for. And always remember that a good deed that you do will live on forever. Sincere thanks is also extended to you, Mr. Murray, for entrusting the committee with the opportunity to contribute to the 2025 Public Service Week. Your confidence in us enabled the successful execution of a series of activities which saw the meaningful participation of various divisions of the Tobago House of Assembly, as well as several state agencies. We are truly grateful. To the Honorable Chief Secretary, Mr. Farley Augustine, thank you for joining us today and for your encouraging words. Your presence has added great value and prestige to this event. We would like to acknowledge Mr. Ricardo Seals for his soulful and captivating saxophone performance, which added depth and elegance to the occasion. Thank you. To our vocalists, I know you have not performed as yet, but I know that you will be coming with a magnificent performance, refined and will be very much unforgettable. Your voices would blend like sweet, harmonious, soothing, and rich in tone. I would like to say in advance, thank you, thank you, thank you. We extend our sincere appreciation to all the divisions and state agencies for their valuable presence and support throughout the activities held during this period. Your participation greatly contributed to the overall success of the initiative. The following is a list of activities that took place between the 11th of June to the 27th of June. Customer service training, civic education quiz, innovation challenge, adopt a community initiative, open forum, open house, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen, to bring the curtains down with our legacy awards. Your contributions are equally valuable, and your commitment does not go unnoticed. A very special congratulations to all our awardees and winners. Today is about recognizing your dedication, hard work, and outstanding contributions. You have set benchmarks for excellence, and we are proud to honor you. A big thank you to the organizing committee and support staff. Your meticulous planning and tireless behind-the-scenes work made the evening seamless and memorable. I wish to offer my heartfelt recognition to Ms. Anne-Marie Washington, our esteemed team lead, whose exceptional attention to detail, unwavering professionalism, visionary leadership, and steadfast resilience have been instrumental in guiding this committee. It has been both an honor and a privilege to work with you. To our specially invited guests, presenters, management at Shore Park, ushers, participating agencies, judges, panelists, media, technical team, and service providers, thank you for adding that special touch that brought this event to life. Finally, to the Information Department attached to the Office of the Chief Secretary, we extend our deepest gratitude. Your entire team has demonstrated tireless dedication from the inception of the initiative through to its successful conclusion. Thank you for your continued commitment to working collaboratively and upholding the high standards of your department. As I conclude, let us carry forward the spirit of recognition and motivation beyond today, and we continue striving for excellence in everything we do. Thank you all once again, wishing you a pleasant night, and may we remain steadfast in our efforts to ensure that Tobago becomes the greatest little island on the planet. I thank you.
I've lived a life that's full. I travel each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I had a few. Then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and sorrow without exemption. I planned each shattered course, each careful step along the byway. And now, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I belonged more than I could choose. But through it all, when there was doubt, I cried, I had my fill, my share of losing, and now as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is
and gentlemen, we can do better than that. Let's hear it
Oh
for...
no, oh no, not me. You did it your way.
Let's hear it for Mr. Gabriel Charles, Mr. Ellis Clark, and our very own Assemblyman, Sonny Craig. Let's hear it again for them. I don't think you could have paid for that entertainment this evening, right? So I want to thank you for being such an amazing audience this evening. I want to once again congratulate all our awardees. You are serving as such inspiration and encouragement for those of us still in the service. So after this, we have cocktails on the other side. However, before we do that, we would like to have 2 group photos. The first with our former chief administrators. So I invite all our former chief administrators to make your way to the stage. And next, we'll have the group photo with all our awardees, all our Legacy of Service awardees. So I also ask you to get ready to come on stage. I'd also like to make very special mention of the chairman of the 2025 Service Awards Committee, Ms. Anne-Marie Degazor. Give her a hearty round of applause. She has been working tirelessly for the entire public service week and the awards, and we really want to say thank you to her for spearheading the team. So I invite all our former chief administrators to make your way to the stage. The photographers are ready and in position. And I also ask the awardees to start making your way to the stage so we can wrap up the group photos quickly and head over to the other side for cocktails and entertainment.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Hear the children crying. One love. Hear the children crying. One heart. Saying, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Saying, let's get together and feel alright. Let them all pass all their dirty remarks. One love. There is one question I'd really love to ask. One heart. Is there a place for the hopeless sinners who has hurt all mankind? Just a Savior's own belief. One love. What about a one heart? What about let's get together and feel alright? As it was in the beginning, one love. So shall it be in the end. One heart. Alright.
We now invite all awardees kindly make your way to the stage for the group photo. I also ask the winner of the Innovation Challenge to be on standby. We would also like to have a photo with you and the judges. So all awardees, yes, you're welcome to go on stage. We thank all the former chief administrators. Thank you. Thank you, former chief administrators.
Feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright.
We also ask the Chief Secretary and Acting Chief Administrator to be on standby to join the awardees for the group photo as soon as they have positioned themselves. So Chief Secretary Farley Augustine and Acting Chief Administrator Carl Marie, we invite you to join the awardees on stage. So we just ask you to be a little patient. This is a big group. It's about 65 of you. So the photographers are going to give the direction in terms of how you stand, how you line up, and they are going to try to get everybody seen in the photograph. So just be a little patient and follow the instructions of the photographers.
Is only Armageddon. So when the man comes, there will be no doom. Have pity on those whose chances grow thin. There ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation. Saying, one love. What about the one heart? What about the let's get together and feel alright? I'm fleeing to mankind. One love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Hear the children crying. One love. Hear the children crying. One heart. Saying, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Saying, let's get together and feel alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let them all pass all their dirty remarks. One love. There is one question I'd really love to ask. One heart. Is there a place for the hopeless sinners who has hurt all mankind? Just a Savior's own belief. One love. What about a one heart? What about let's get together and feel alright? As it was in the beginning. One love. So shall it be in the end. One heart. Alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. One more thing. Let's get together to fight this holy Armageddon. One love. So when the man comes, there will be no doom. One soul. Have pity on those whose chances grow thin.
We also invite Deputy Chief Secretary, Assemblyman Dr. Faith Grebner, to the stage.
Let's get together and feel alright. I'm fleeing to mankind. One love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel
So we're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Just bear with us a little bit more. We're trying to get all the faces in the photograph. It's quite a big group.
Let's get together to fight this only Armageddon. So when the man comes, there will be no doom. Have pity on those whose chances grow thin. There ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation. Yeah. One love. What about the one? What about the let's get together and feel alright? I'm fleeing to mankind. One love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord.
Thank you very much to our awardees and the Chief Secretary and Chief Administrator.
Just witnessed the award ceremony, the 2025 Legacy Award ceremony, where 75 Tobagonians were awarded for their service with distinction in the public sector in Tobago. What an honor. We're going to hear from some of those public servants about their years of service, some of the highs, some of the low points, and how they feel being recognized in such a big way. The first time we're having the 2025 Legacy Award ceremony, rewarding or awarding 75 Tobagonians for their outstanding service in the public sector. This is all part of the culmination of Public Service Week 2025. So you're going to hear from some of them in just a short while. Until then, it's live at Shaw Park Complex. We're going to hear from some of the award recipients in a short while.
final photo op. Thank you for your service, Mr. Nelson. Better known as Brother John. That's how I know him over the years, right? Brother John. And now we have the innovation winner, Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, and we have the judges of the Innovation Challenge. What are the names? Colleen Galassi, Emerson John Charles, and Nathaniel Frank. So Nadia Frank John, representing Division of Infrastructure, and these were the judges of the Innovation Challenge. And this will be our last photo op for the evening. Thank you so very much for your patience. Give them another round of applause. We thank you for your service, judges. And congratulations again to Division of Infrastructure. So ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end. I promised the end many times, but this time it's the end. We invite you over to the other side of the screen for cocktails and entertainment. On your way over to the cocktails and entertainment, if you look to your right, we have a photo wall. Be sure to get your photo before leaving the ceremony this evening. Thank you very much. Enjoy the entertainment and cocktails.
So good evening once again, viewers. Of course, we're going to be talking with some of the award recipients. Remember, it was the Legacy Award Ceremony 2025. So we're talking to some of the recipients just to find out how they feel about receiving the award and a little bit about the service in the public sector. So I am here with Mr. Mark Wenrick, level evaluator with over 43 years of experience in the public sector. Congratulations to you, Mr. Wenrick.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about, well, first of all, how do you feel being recognized in this way?
It's a wonderful feeling because I never believed that, as a dedicated worker, I will be recognized in this kind of way. So I am happy about it.
Tell me a little bit about your service. What did it entail, your duties over the years?
Well, my main duties over the years was to eradicate Aedes aegypti mosquitoes and maintain the environment as much as possible.
Right, and in terms of your service, any high points, any low points, any challenges? Tell me about some of the challenges you encountered that you were able to surmount and still push forward and do your best.
That's a dangerous question you just asked me because there are challenges. Transport problem, insecticide problem, motivation problem.
Right.
It's a long list of problems that it has. I mean, I can't just talk about it in an instant, but it's a long list.
And how were you able to still push forward, and what motivated you to keep going? 44 years, almost 44 years.
Well, what motivated me is that I started off as a normal person, and I was happy to have a job that has some importance.
Yeah.
And every time I think about it, I was motivated to say, you're lucky to be here.
Right.
Just do the best you can do. Right, so I always motivate myself that way. Right, so I am happy that public consider me as a worker and picked me since 1982 years ago.
Yes, that's
so
a long time.
that's a long time. I achieved a lot from this job. I built my home. My children all went to high school, all went to university.
Yes.
So I achieved. I'm happy for this job.
Thank you so very much. Congratulations once again, and enjoy the rest of your night. You want to say something?
I want to say something because my wife is here with me, and I cannot say thanks to my wife for everything because she played a major part in my development in making sure I could work press on everything.
All right. You go ahead. All right, Mr. Mark Renwick, and he was a level evaluator. He has been recognized for close to 44 years of service in the public sector, thanking his wife, of course, for being a big support over these years. Good evening and welcome. Thank you for accepting to chat with us. Congratulations. All right. Congratulations on your award this evening. Tell us your name and we can take it from there.
My name is Kerwin Gregg.
How many years of service in the public sector? Tell them.
40 years.
Wow. How does it feel being recognized for your years of service in the public sector?
The feeling is one of appreciation. I know that it has not been done for quite a while, but I must appreciate the efforts and the thought being given to recognize those persons who have dedicated their time and efforts for lengthy periods. I know I have dedicated mine, and some tireless nights. I used to be going home at late at times, very late, until my daughter had to call me to ask me where I was because they probably thought something had happened. So actually when you're doing work, and I'm in the accounting field as usual, and then you may say, you know what, I'll give another half an hour, 2 hours. You'll be surprised to see 4 and 5 hours going just to get things done so other person can be, enjoy what is due to them. But it's nice to see that persons can recognize our hard work because you know that the public service oftentimes have a brush painted across that only in the public service, but I take umbrage, I take offense to that.
Yeah.
Because my duty is to ensure that I serve, and when people come for service, that it is given them in adequate time.
And I was about to ask you, what advice would you give to public servants, younger public servants, doing the job day to day, not finding any motivation at all? What advice do you have to give to public servants?
What I can say is that they have to be focused and know the meaning or know why they are doing what they are doing. some people doesn't know the meaning or what they are doing, why they just go in and they follow a ritual. They don't know the effects down the line, that if I don't do this, the repercussions going behind. And oftentimes, people will have complaints that things are not being done on time. But if everybody is aware of their role and function, we work as a cohesive unit, just as the body functions. We need the hands, the eye, the head for project to go forward. So if everybody has that in mind and they work cohesively, then things will be done more efficiently and in a timely manner.
Well, thank you so very much for sharing with us, and congratulations once again. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you very much.
Viewers. So while they do the toast, of course, we're going to continue chatting with award recipients. Good evening and congratulations. Tell us your name. Tell us the amount of, tell the viewers the amount of service you've given to Tobago, and then we can take it from there.
All right. My name is Penelope Holder Samuel. I have been in the public service for 39 years. And
What sector? What area?
I have been in a number of divisions. So I have been throughout the TH. I've been in Works, I've been at Office of the Chief Secretary, I've been at Agriculture, I've done a stint with Education way back in the time.
So you've really been,
yes, I've been
around. Tell us a
everything.
little bit about your life as a public servant. How do you feel being acknowledged for your years of service?
This tonight is a really, really good initiative, and it feels good to be acknowledged. And when you look around at your peers and all the persons who you would have had fond memories with, is really a really good thing that they did here tonight, and I would like to see it continue.
Tell us some of the high points. What you enjoyed about the public sector. You've been in there for 39 years. There must be something that you loved that kept you going.
When you sometimes you start off your career and you may not have necessarily wanted to be in the public service, and oftentimes you reach at this point, at this juncture in your life, and you recognize that when you look back, there really was some good times. Yes. It's good to know that when you have tasks, that you accomplish it, that your standard of work is really top tier. Yes. And you bring smiles to people's face because you did good. You would have served and you did good, and that's really one of the high points.
Because I was going to ask you, in terms of offering some advice, some words of encouragement to younger public servants, what would you say to them to keep them motivated, keep them going, keep them serving with distinction?
Sometimes what I would say to them, you have a job, but not because they say this is your job, you cannot learn that job. Because oftentimes throughout your journey, you start here, but you end up there. And you have to recognize that there's change throughout your life and as well in the public service, and you have to be optimistic and embrace all your experiences and look for the better. Let it make you better and not throw you down, because that is how you learn, that is how you grow, that is how you develop.
Well, thank you so very much for chatting with us. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, viewers. So we continue to recognize the award recipients this evening. They've been awarded for their very many years of service in the public sector. Come on. I believe this is our final interviewee this evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good
Congratulations. Tell the viewers your name and how many years you've been in the public sector.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Sherlock Wardrop. I've been working in divisions throughout Tobago. I started at Works, ended up at Public Health. I've been working for a number of years, some 40 years.
Wow.
They probably add some to me. I appreciate that, nevertheless.
Tell me, in what area though? What area did
We are mechanical mostly. I started at the machine shop at Works Division, and I moved to public health, still continue along the mechanical line. I'm presently the mechanical foreman. I'll be there for 4 days again, and that's it.
4 days, and you're going home?
Yeah.
All right. Tell us, how has serving Tobago been for you?
Well, I enjoyed every minute of it because it was a learning process as the years go by. I have achieved a lot in the sense of progress towards getting development for Tobago and a whole in the area of equipment and maintenance and all that. And it has been a very trying circumstance in some areas, but nevertheless we prevailed.
Right. And I was going to ask, because you said it's been trying in some areas, what sort of advice would you give to, let's say, a younger mechanic who is coming up in the ranks to keep them motivated, keep them going?
Yeah, my advice is to keep on treading on. Do not give up when things get rough. Continue progressing forward, and you will see your achievements in the end.
Thank you so very much for chatting with us, and congratulations once again on your award this evening.
Yeah, you're welcome. And thanks to the Tobago House of Assembly for this award.
The award this evening. All right. So we have another, and I think we have one more after this. So please start by telling us your name. Come closer.
Okay.
Come in the camera. Come in the shot. Come on.
Okay.
All right. So start by telling us your name and the number of years of service you have, and then we'll move from there.
Okay. My name is Wendy Ann Yule Henry, and I have 36 years of service under my belt in the public service.
Mrs. Henry, congratulations.
Thank you.
How has the public sector been for you? 36 years.
Yes.
Tell us your experience in a nutshell.
The public service has been a rewarding experience for me. I am one of those persons that in the 80s, I don't know if you know what the economy was like, but the prospects were not very good at that time, and the public service opened to me, and I embraced it, and I went into it and have had quite an experience.
36 years. I'm sure you would have had many successes, but tell us a little bit about some of the challenges you experienced, and not just the challenges, but how you overcame some of these challenges.
Okay.
Putting you on the spot.
Yes, putting me on the spot. But the other day my husband told my children, your mother is not a housewife. So it has been challenging to balance family and children and whatever. But the public service is that, for example, it gives you a little bit of leeway. You have to take your kids to clinic, you would get the time off. And so, even though domestic challenges would have been, a bit stringent, what I tried to do after a while was work back the time. Whatever time I took, I gave it back, because I understood that I had an employer that was empathetic. So I put back in the time.
And tell us, in terms of advice to younger public servants working and perhaps not able to balance, what advice would you give to that public servant?
You should go to your supervisor, right? I think we have arrived in the public service where we try to bring the human part of it, like, for example, with programs like EAP, employee assistant, and that sort of thing. So a supervisor should be a person that is, open. Go to your supervisor and indicate to them, I am having this challenge. They will find a way to assist you to work in a way that you're able to put in your hours and get what you need to get done, and so that you're not stealing from your employer in terms of time.
Yes. All right, so very good advice. Once again, I would like to say congratulations to you on your many years of service and receiving the award this evening. To enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, my dear.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Another one of our award recipients. Viewers, remember, this is the culmination of the Public Service Week 2025, where divisions and other state agencies participated in various activities. So I have coming to chat with me Mr. Keelan Whitlock, representing the Water and Sewage Authority. Yes, Mr. Whitlock, good evening and welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations to WASA.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about the challenge and the event rather that you all participated in. You all were victorious. Give the viewers an idea of what it was about.
All right, so we were part of the Public Service Week, more or less, initiative and competition, and the Adopt a Community Challenge.
Yes.
We adopted the Golden Lane community and worked with the Golden Lane Primary School. Our work extended past the school though. We also worked with some families, elders in the community. So it really was a collective effort. Members from different departments within the authority came together to be able to execute. And our work continues past just Public Service Week, but we are continuing work with the government primary school.
Right,
Yes.
and give us a little insight into what the project entails.
Yes. All right. So what we decided to do is we adopted the school first, and conducted different conservation exercises throughout the school, as well as maintained the school grounds, updated the plumbing, cleaned water tanks. We also went the extra mile in terms of installing a play park on the compound. That's right, which we have taken responsibility to continue to maintain over time, right? And then also worked with some elders and some persons in the community who needed some assistance with their plumbing, maintenance, upkeep at their home and so. So it was an all-encompassing community project. Yeah.
A well-deserved win, Mr. Whitlock.
I would say so too.
Right. Well, congratulations to you and your team, and all the best in going forward.
Thank you very much.
All right. Mr. Keelan Whitlock, representing the Water and the Sewage Authority of Trinidad and Tobago. They adopted the community of Golden Lane, and as you heard, they really did their big one, and they'll continue to review the project, and it's not going to stop only because Public Service Week ended, but the project is going to continue. So viewers, there you have it. We've spoken to a couple of the public servants, and you've heard from one of the winners of one of the challenges that we held during Public Service Week 2025. So it's cocktail time. I'm going to have some cocktails. I'm going to leave you right now. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards. Thank you so much for joining us, and do enjoy the rest of your evening.
say you done school long time. Wait a minute. We're having a good time with some music this evening, ladies and under the pressures of life and it's tough. I say don't have a time to pick up. The bother with it down to stress, pick it up and right. I pick it up when the bills and the rent and the mortgage shoot. But when your best friends are gone, it's only you. I like to tell the way I say, skanking sweet. Everybody wanna feel like me. Forget your troubles and rock with me. You know feel like reggae music. Everybody wanna feel like me. Forget your troubles and rock with me. We don't feel like anything. For everything there's a melody. For every soul there's a melody. Come on, things are getting together. So let us sing together. And who's the light of hope? Everybody's back there.